Oi, you know what time it is? You're tuned in listening to Dry That Aussie Metal Guy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his content when it drops. And remember, stay brutal, you mad dogs. Roof!
G'day, hey, how you all going? It's Jai, that Aussie metal guy here with crank.com. So today, tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, it's a great pleasure that I'm finally nailing down a chat with Mark Palfreyman, pardon me, Mark, the driving force behind the Australian progressive metal band Alarum, who has been a pivotal figure in the metal scene since the band's formation way back in 1992, feels like forever ago. Known for their intricate compositions and technical prowess, Alarum has consistently pushed the boundaries of metal, blending elements of jazz, fusion, thrash, and progressive metal with a career spanning now over 3 decades. Mark has seen the band evolve through various lineups and musical phases, always maintaining their signature sound. Their latest album, Recontinue, is a testament to their enduring creativity and resilience, exploring themes of regeneration and growth. As Alarum continues to captivate audiences with their complex time signatures and virtuoso performances, Mark remains at the helm, guiding the band through new musical landscapes. Mark, cheers for joining me, mate.
Thanks, man. Good to be here. Cheers, dude.
Absolute bloody pleasure, man. I've been following you guys for quite a bloody while. That last album, Circles End, was an absolute ripper, as is all the albums you've released, man. An amazing sound. But can you take us right back to the formation of Alarum for those that don't know? How did the band come together way back then, dude?
Yeah, look, for me, and my connection with Alarum, I was in some other bands in the late '80s, early '90s, and grew up around the Wantirna South area, Melbourne. Friends in other bands as well. So it got to about 1995, and I was looking for some new people to jam with. Had a mate that lived around the corner who was actually the original bassist vocalist from Alarum when they formed in the early '90s, telling me that the drummer was looking for a bassist to start jamming with. So I got in contact with him, started jamming with Matt as well as guitarist Scott Young. They went to school together.
Yep.
And yeah, so we started jamming on a whole heap of songs. One thing led to another, and then which ended up getting some other prior older Alarum members back in, and basically Alarum was sort of restarted by then, late '95. By the start of '96, we did a show, and then by mid '96 we were doing a demo. So sort of from that late '95 onwards, for me, has been like, hasn't stopped since, mate. Been fun.
Yeah, been a fun ride, man. That's for sure.
Totally.
Was that Fluid Motion that was the first album? Was it off of that one?
Yeah, so Fluid Motion, we recorded that in '97, and then released it towards the end of 1998. So yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. How do you feel that the band has evolved sound wise and as a band since the release of that album?
Yeah, look, over the many years, we've still kept the same idea, and that we want to explore as much that we can musically, with thrash and death metal at the core, but experimenting with jazz and fusion and whatever else, bit of funk, like whatever we can put into the mix. Different members have come and gone from the band over the years, which everyone brings in their own ideas and own styles. So yeah, obviously, naturally, over the course of time, with different people coming, that there's changes within the flavor of the band, but the core idea of the band has sort of remained the whole time, and still does. And that we're all out to have some fun, really explore things and enjoy ourselves in the process.
Exactly. Alarum has that really great sound, as you mentioned, mixing in that thrash, death, and I really love the jazz and the funk and soul elements to you guys as well. So tell me a little bit about the creative process, how you kind of remain true to those musical styles, themes, and influences while creating new albums and new works as well.
Yeah, well, one thing I suppose it's always at the front of the mind when we are writing and recording is to incorporate elements that have been on every album, ideas to expand on, or things that we might have only slightly touched on. Let's have a go at exploring that further. So in coming into writing the last album, we definitely had the plan or the thoughts that we wanted to make the heavier stuff heavier in some ways, the jazzier stuff jazzier, the cleaner stuff cleaner, and really do our best to try and make sure that all the instruments sort of had their place and could be heard throughout the whole album. took a different approach with the vocals this time. In the past, the vocals may have been sort of developed over the course of a longer period of time, and the music being finished first, whereas this time a lot of improvisation that went into the vocal patterns from the start of the writing process. So that was something a little bit different that we worked on this time as well.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about some of the themes and lyrics kind of for this latest album as well? Because I love the way it weaves. I'm an album person, dude. So listening to this whole album was amazing for me. Having the instrumental songs and sections to it, as well as the heavier tracks, and I love the way it really broke up to a really great listening experience and journey all the way through. So tell me a little bit about kind of the insights behind that creative process and creating that's this album.
Yeah, well, sure. I suppose like with the songs, each song does have a lot in it, and it has its own sound. So putting it all together, we really do like to do an album that's a journey from start to finish and really make it work from the first note to the end. With a lot of the themes and the lyrical ideas coming into this album, I suppose it was coming from a bit of a darker place. Our lyrics are generally always trying to find a positive out of our experiences and what we see in the world,
Yep.
which was continued with what we've done in this album. Coming from the last album when we released it and not being able to tour, not being able to catch up and rehearse, and just do our thing that we'd done for like 25 odd years, catching up every weekend, like that was quite difficult. So I suppose a lot of that anger and that was put into writing the lyrics that were part of that experience, looking at things that were happening, whether they were quite dark things or dark feelings, or losing family and friends. All of those experiences sort of came from some darker headspaces, but still try to find positive things to hold onto and to move forward within the writing musical journey as well.
Yeah, I definitely. That's probably one thing I do love about the music you guys create. You do touch on those dark themes, but you do have these moments of positivity and kind of that does inspire you a bit, and also pointing out things that are going on in the world with for me, I notice it with the environment and all the other crap that's kind of going on all over the place. How do you kind of place all that and work that into an album as well?
Yeah, well, it's really going by our own experiences and our own feelings. Like we really just continue to do what we do and have been doing, and as long as we're all comfortable with what we put on the table and what we're putting out into the world, which everyone's been a big part of and a contributor to. So like, yeah, we're all excited that finally, after working on it hard for a certain amount of time, that we can share it with everyone, and that, yeah, hopefully people do get something out of it. Each person can. So
When did you start working on this one after Circle's End? Because as you said, you couldn't play fucking live, and that would have been devo.
Well,
Because
yeah,
you guys down in Melbourne was the most locked down city in the fucking world at the time too.
we sort of had a few tours, sort of lined up and get cancelled, line up, get cancelled. So there was a good 2 years trying to do stuff. So look, I really like within the last year and a half, we had ideas floating around, even after finishing Circle's End or prior to it that weren't finished. A good half of the album was probably like within the last year and a half. We sort of by the end of last year, we're getting the ideas sort of demoed to the point where it's like, yep, let's get the drums into the studio at the start of this year. And then basically it was a good 9 months, just every weekend, every night, just getting it all done, recorded and released this year. So, over the past year, it's really been the process. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you record this at your own HQ there and in between Danger Tone Studios, eh?
Yeah, correct. So we did the drums at Danger Tone with Luke, and then everything else was recorded here by us. And then we reamped the guitars with Luke as well at Danger Tone, and then mixed locally with Troy McCosker as well. Yeah, it's been a good process.
And then mastered with John over at Master Sound Studios,
Correct,
eh?
yeah. So he's actually mastered each one of our 5 albums. So it was good to get John on board again, be part of the team.
Yeah, and I've got to ask, you were talking about playing live. You recently just went on a run with Abramelin and Pestilence. What was that like? Because I did catch Pestilence and Abramelin, not Abramelin, Socroptic when they were over here. Dave drums, obviously, with all those bands too. But
yeah, look, it really was a dream come true. Like Pestilence being a big influence, even back from the early days, and absolutely love their music. And Bremlin, like same thing, like great friends and fans of those guys for a long time. So the fact that they just released an album, we just released an album, and it all fell together that we were on the road all touring together with Pestilence. It was a dream come true, and yeah, the shows were awesome. Everyone that made it out obviously enjoyed the shows, and yeah, it was a real cool experience, man. I'm very very happy and thankful that we could be a part of it.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see you guys coming over here. I'm obviously about 3 hours from Adelaide, so I'm going to see you guys December 6th, I believe it is, at the Adelaide Woolshed. You've got Sun Tzu. Who else is supporting on that one?
Yeah, and Biome and Impetus. So yeah, look,
I know both them bands as well. Cool
we
guys.
always look forward to getting back and playing Adelaide. So it's been a while. So yeah, we're keen to get over there and do a launch show, and yeah, really excited.
Yeah, I'm super keen to catch you. I think last time I seen you, you were playing with Levitation Hex, maybe
Oh yeah, maybe at the New Dead Festival or something. Yeah.
yeah, New Dead, but also seen Enigma Bar before that closed down as well.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, it's been a while, so yeah, we're definitely pumped to get back over there. For sure.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. But you bloody played with some amazing bands. You guys, some people probably don't realize you went over, I think, 2006 and went over and played with like Necrophagus and Obituary over in the US. What was that like playing over there? Because I know a lot of Aussie bands want to get there, but it's hard. You got to be a certain level to kind of get over there too.
It's like it's all kind of something that we look back and it was an amazing experience. To get over there. I think we did. I think it was like a 6-week tour with it was Necrophagus with the Epitaph album. So yeah, on that tour there was amazing bands. We got to play and do some not just club shows, some of the festivals like Maryland Death Fest, California Death Fest. So for us, it was a real eye opener. Alarum had traveled around. Some of us had been over there before touring in the Berserker, but not with Alarum. So the first time that we got over there doing Alarum, it was unbelievable. And then yeah, it was a long time ago now. So yeah, it's about time we got back to the States. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Berserker as well. Australia's like 5 degrees of separation between a lot of these bands as well, like the Berserker, Werewolves, Dave drumming over with Werewolves as well. It's like such a really close scene, but it has been through some major changes since you kind of started back in 1992. How do you see the state of the scene at the moment, Mark?
Look, yeah, like for us, we haven't been out and about and done a lot locally, over the last however many years. Obviously, we're keen to get out and change that now. We've got a new album and that we can tour. But yeah, just to get out and about and go to shows as much as we can. And it's still good to see, people appreciating live music. I suppose the challenges these days are everyone being so comfortable in their homes after all the lockdowns and having everything sort of at home. It really is something that we want to make sure that people are still, when they do go out to a show, that they really do enjoy it, and it's worthwhile them to make sure that they continue going out and seeing live music and supporting the bands, everything that gets put into the scene. There's a lot of people behind it as well, so it's important that we can get out there and play and that everyone can enjoy live music as well.
Exactly, we have an amazing live scene, and we have so many fucking great bands here in Australia. It's important, like I keep banging on about, it's important to support the local scene and get along to these shows, like when you guys get over to Adelaide and you buy these tickets nice and early and really get along and support the scene going forward, because I know we've got every single second band coming over from overseas, but the fucking talent we have here in Australia is top fucking notch. This Recontinue album is definitely up there as one of my favorites of the year. It's a cracking fucking album. So it's always...
Cheers, man. No, that's great to hear.
No, man, absolutely enjoying it, man. It's a really great album. But how do you balance kind of your live performances with the artistic expression that you guys are trying to fucking portray as well for Alarum?
Yeah, look, we for us it's all about getting up there and doing our thing, but also enjoying it,
Yep.
Having some fun in the process of playing music that's can be challenging, but at the same time very rewarding. And we really do get up there and not just stand there, with our feet to the floor and just fucking make sure that we can play every note one millionth, every time. So it's like, yeah, we got to go up there and throw in a little bit of room for improvising and stuff like that, and just really live in the moment and enjoy playing music with each other and as well as with everyone that's in the room with us as well.
Yeah, well, some of those time signatures are absolutely bloody insane. You guys must have some really fun time kind of laying this together, but going, oh, fuck, now we got to play this live as well.
Well, yeah, some of the times, we actually don't know what we're doing. It's just we just know how to play it. So it's sometimes we just probably don't break it down too much and just make sure we have fun doing it.
Yeah. You also do kind of sometimes have kind of a commentary with the albums if you kind of dig a little deeper to the lyrics of views, kind of a bit of socio-political views, things on the environment as well. How do you kind of balance that in your music and your lyrics?
Yeah, look, it's just all experience and perception. Everyone's got their own individual experience in life, so it's really without trying to be overly forceful or overly like dictating on any type of subject or matter. It's really about trying to look at things with an open mind and is there something in this that's worth sort of using and expressing with the art as well. Something that's complementary to what we're doing.
Yep. What did you use for the album, man? What bass? What set up? Tell me a little bit about the rig and what you were using for this one, dude.
Yeah, so with the bass, I've got the Yamaha, the TRB Patitucci bass, which I've used that on the last couple of albums. Basically, yeah, just DI. With the bass, I like to just keep it quite clean and then leave it to the mixing to sort of sit it in amongst the other instruments. So yeah, basically maybe a little bit of chorus on a couple of songs, and I did bust out my Ibanez fretless on a couple of tracks. I had only used it on previous albums with a couple of bits here and there. Never really had the time to sit down and learn much how to play with the fretless. So this time around, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to bust it out and try and throw it in some interludes. So there's a few songs that's got some fretless on it, which was something a little bit different and a bit of fun as well.
Yeah, look, I as I've mentioned quite a few times, I really do enjoy the sound you guys are throwing down, that fusion of jazz, thrash, death, a little bit of everything in there. But for someone who hasn't heard Alarum, what 2-3 songs would you recommend for him to check out first, man?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Which 2-3 songs? Well, yeah, mate, we'll just for starters, we'll go from the new album. So I'd say check out 0930, which we just released
The latest single
in the last couple of days. That's a bit of fun. Check out Awakened by Fire, the last track. That's kind of got a good overall spin on quite a lot of the different styles. And then maybe something a bit different. Go the Metanoia, the instrumental as well. Sort of mixed up. So we do have instrumentals on some albums, so it's not all vocals, but yeah, the majority is. So yeah, there's a few different ones.
I love instrumental sections in album for some reasons. You know what I mean? I kind of have these moments of introspection, like, you know what I mean? You'll be fucking rocking the hell out, and then this instrumental comes on, and I just have this moment for this repose, you know what I mean? To kind of take it all in. And sometimes I find myself lost in thoughts listening to this instrumental. So that's probably, as a music writer.
It's a good breather and a good chance to just prepare for what's unexpected to come up next sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, you did mention the latest single 0930. Tell me all about that track and kind of what that one means to you.
Yeah, so it's a ripper of a track. It's a song that John came in with majority of all the ideas for the song. We all worked on parts and putting it together. It's quite an epic tune. When it came to the themes and all that, John's he loves the morning. Not 0930 is basically a 9:30 in the morning. So thinking about those ideas and themes, it was like, yeah, well, it's also finding whatever you need to link onto in any moment in time. Where are you moving forward to? What do you enjoy? What do you like? So it was all about the spirit of fun and enjoyment as well. So when it came to video clip ideas, yeah, the idea to mix up the jazz and the metal and then throw it together and get some people involved and have a bit of a narrative, it was a heap of fun. It was a heap of fun doing it. And yeah, we're happy with how it's turned out. Hopefully people check it out and enjoy it as well.
Oh, damn straight. I know there's a lot of people cranking it up at the moment and praising it. You must kind of get a bit of a buzz when you kind of put it on for people who haven't heard it sometimes. And they're like, fucking wow, dude. I sent a clip off to a guy I do a podcast with in the US and he was like, damn, dude. Just that fusion of the jazz and the metal. It's fucking unreal. You must get a bit of a kick sometimes seeing the reaction of
people. Absolutely, man. And like, yeah, just that day, like, going out and we went op shopping to try and find stuff to wear and like, yeah, all those props. It was cool. It was good fun. And working with our old drummer, Bren's, Rob, who filmed it, has been great. Like we did the last two clips with him, great working with him and hanging out with him again as well.
Yeah, Rob's an amazing drummer as well. He's kind of like, I think, wasn't he Hadal Moore as well, I believe?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's drummed in quite a few bands, Rob Brents. He's like the Dave Haley, isn't he? He's like jumping around all over the place, playing drums everywhere.
Amazing drummer, man. He's awesome.
He's an amazingly talented drummer. So, I did mention you guys have been around for quite a while. What are some of the most memorable moments so far in your career?
Oh, yeah. So, look, the early days for us, the first time we ever sort of went interstate and did shows with a band, we were lucky enough that the Dreadnought guys took us under their wing. We went down to Tassie, so that was definitely a memorable moment going down and playing shows in Tassie with those guys. I think we did a Thursday night cover show where both Dreadnought and Alarum, all we did was like cover songs, which that was pretty cool. And then we did the next two nights originals. Like, yeah, traveling and playing around Australia, the Metal for the Brain festivals, like all the shows have been really, really, quite memorable that we have done. So, but some of those ones that stand out in those early days, going overseas and doing the US tour of Necrophagus and Cattle Decapitation and those guys, that was mind blowing. We managed to do a show over there where we did an Atheist cover where the singer Kelly Schaefer got up from Atheist and he sang Piece of Time with us in Florida. So that was a dream come true. Well, look, yeah, there's been many over the years, man. It's yeah, we're just thankful that we've had a chance to get out there and play our music, and over the course of time, we haven't managed to play some amazing shows and have some amazing moments. And yeah, we're hoping that we can still continue doing it, and that many more will still be coming.
I hope so too. So how do you keep yourself inspired and motivated to kind of keep creating new music, especially coming out of all that crap in 2020? How do you keep yourself going?
Yeah, man. Oh, look, live for music, mate. Like it's it's the ideas that we have sort of put out through Alarum over the years. There's no shortage of ideas. The not too limited as to what we want to do and what we want to try. And there's still a lot of music that we've already started that we'll be working on and continuing on. So yeah, we've got already ideas towards a new album, and yeah, while we're doing stuff over the next 6 months and next year of like touring, etc., we'll definitely be working on getting the next one done and getting that as soon as we can as well, as opposed to another 9 or 10 years between albums. We managed to turn it around in 4 years this time, so that's the plan, is to keep that momentum rolling as well.
Yeah, it's hard these days. You just kind of got to keep that momentum going to stay relevant, because people kind of forget you a little bit in the way the state of the scene is compared to kind of where you started before. It's like constantly buying albums. I was one of them. I'd go buy albums. These days, people just listen on the streaming cycles and choose one song and to the next. But you know what I mean? It's a weird bloody world.
It's yeah. Look, there are definitely changes that that you see over the course of time. Or people just seeing that we've got a new album out and going, oh, they're still around, sort of thing. So for us, like, yeah, doing albums and continuing, it's what we've always done, and hopefully, like, yeah, people do appreciate the effort that goes into, doing an album. Like, even though you can record stuff yourself, like, it is like thousands and thousands of dollars, and same as traveling and touring. So yeah, even people enjoy it and are streaming it, if they can get out and still support, buy a download or come to a show or buy some merch, it all helps, recover the costs and move forward to, record the new album as well.
It's hard because a lot of fans are ignorant to these streaming cycles, and I always bang on like, yeah, stream it, no worries, stream it a million bloody times. But if you love it, go buy the album. I'm huge on that, jumping over to platforms like Bandcamp, even buying the digital copy there, and going to shows. Like, even if I'm going as media, I'll be buying merch, shirts, CDs, and I love seeing it at metal shows. It's just, I'm a huge lover of music and the scene in general. But when you see those lineups going for the merch stand as well, I'm like, yeah, dude, because that's what it's about, man. Like, seeing people get along and throwing down that support. Because it's like, I'm not a sporting person, but for me, my sporting teams are the bands like Alarum, Grumman, Werewolves, all these bands. So I'm like, fucking go buy my jersey for them as well.
Yeah, mate, and still get excited about, artwork on metal albums, merchandise, and, saving up some money and going and buying a new album. Like the excitement of that, from when we were like, teenagers, like that hasn't gone away and never will. Like it's, we're still the same people, mate. And it's like, we'll always be metal and we love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Even guys like musicians like yourself and me, we're fans. We all love what we do, you know. So when I go buy CDs these days, I've got my computer, so I'll go buy CDs, put it on my computer, and then chuck it in my rack, and I won't pull it out again. But I've still got hundreds of CDs. I just love them, and the vinyl as well. It's so much easier for my old eyes now to see the bloody thing.
Yep. Absolutely, dude.
How do you see you guys evolving and pushing on in the future past this one?
Yeah, well, we've got a plan to push things further in many ways. So, we'll make sure that the next album isn't just a repeat of any other album, that it sounds like Alarum, that has all the elements. But yeah, it'll definitely step up some surprises and keep it fresh and interesting from start to finish. So it'll probably sort of step into maybe some more technical elements, maybe some more jazzy stuff. I suppose that there's no limitations. We'll just we'll push on and do whatever we can make happen to make it interesting, man.
No, exactly. Each album has been Alarum, but you have done something slightly different with each album, which has been really, really great to see, And I'm a big fan. I'm tooting the bloody horn of Alarum, that's for sure.
Appreciate it, thanks, man.
Mate, look, where's the best place people can head along and support you guys?
Yeah, sure. So basically, our website has everything. It's alarum.com. All the links, basically all the merchandise, all shows, all streaming, everything's linked through our website. So yeah, that's the best way anyone can support us. And then, on socials, tell a friend, share anything around. Yeah, we do appreciate, everyone coming to the shows and everyone that has supported us online. And since we've released the album in the past week or so, it's been an amazing response. So yeah, just like to thank everyone for that as well.
Yeah, that means a lot to the support. I know it means a lot to bands like yourself, but also people, don't forget to hit that fucking subscribe when you're watching the film clips. So when you go over and watch 0930, hit the like and then go hit the subscribe. That's one thing that's been bugging me lately. You watch these clips and they got thousands of views. And you're like, why aren't you hitting the sub, guys? Hit the bloody sub for Alarum. Throw down some support. Yeah. Look, mate, this has been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to come over there and see you guys on the December 6th at the Adelaide Woolshed. I'm plan on buying myself a new bloody Alarum shirt as well. And then you're heading over to Melbourne at the Leadbeater the very next day on December 7th.
Yeah.
So go catch Alarum. Any last words, shout outs, thank yous, or anything else you'd like to add?
Absolutely, mate. Thanks for your time, Julie. And yeah, thanks everyone for the Alarum support. We do look forward to getting out there on the road and seeing you all at the show. And keep on giving the new album a bit of a spin. Might take a few listens, but yeah, enjoy it. Cheers.
It's a cracking album. Recontinue. It did drop on November 9th. Put it in the stereos, crank it up really bloody loud because the neighbours are going to want to hear it too. Cheers,
absolutely,
mate.
Thanks, heaps, dude. Cheers.
Oi, you're tuned in to Jai That Aussie Metal Guy, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his sick content. And remember, stay brutal, you legend.